back once again, ladies and gentlemen. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi on Wednesday held brief talks with U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry a day after the president proposed new efforts to try to end the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Kerry had already been scheduled to meet with el-Sisi to discuss a series of meetings on the Libya and Syria conflicts, which took place earlier this week in Vienna. Presidential spokesman Ali Youssef said that the U.S. top diplomat expressed his country's keenness on boosting bilateral cooperation with Egypt in all different fields. He added that the two leaders had discussed a range of bilateral and regional issues, including recent developments on Libya and Syria. During the meeting, Kerry stressed the importance of Egypt's role as a regional partner. Still with President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, the Palestinian Authority welcomed on Wednesday a call by the President el-Sisi to work for a comprehensive peace deal ending the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas hailed President el-Sisi's stance in support of reaching a just peace deal and establishing a Palestinian state. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also welcomed President el-Sisi's statements, describing them as encouraging. He expressed Israelis' willingness to work with Egypt and other Arab countries to push forward the political process to achieve peace and stability in the region. On Tuesday, President el-Sisi called on Palestinian and Israelis to seize the opportunity to reach a peace agreement to settle their conflict. The president made the call in his speech during the inauguration of a number of power stations and projects in Asyut. The president referred to a number of peace initiatives to settle the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. El-Sisi called on Israeli parties and factions to unite for achieving peace. The president said that the Israelis and Palestinians need to look no farther than the 1979 Egyptian-Israeli peace treaty to see the positive outcome of peacemaking. El-Sisi said that Egypt is prepared to make every effort to contribute to an Israeli-Palestinian settlement. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received on Wednesday head of the German giant Siemens, Joseph Kaiser, for talks that were attended by Minister of Electricity Mohammed Shaker, Minister of Transportation Galal Said, and members of Egypt's Scientist Council Hani Azar. Presidential spokesman Ali Youssef said that the head of Siemens briefed President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi on the latest development of establishing 3 power stations, one in Beni Suef, Borulus, a new administrative capital. Kaiser said that the stations will be among the world's biggest ones and that they will supply more than 30,000 jobs. The presidential spokesman added that the president praised the pace of the works achieved by the German giant company and that Egypt is looking forward to finish the power stations as scheduled in 2018. Grand Imam of Al-Azhar Sheikh Ahmed al-Tayyib visited on Wednesday a refugee camp in Nigeria, where he called on the international community and human rights groups to improve the deteriorated conditions of refugees. Al-Tayyib expressed support with the refugees and announced that Al-Azhar will be sending an aid convoy of food and medical materials to reach Nigeria in 2 weeks. The Grand Imam also announced that Al-Azhar will grant 10 scholarships to students from the refugee camp. Sheikh al-Tayyib is on a 3-day visit to Nigeria aimed at presenting the true image of Islam as a religion against violence and terrorism. On Tuesday, Sheikh al-Tayyib delivered a speech to Muslims in the African and around the world. In his speech, the Grand Imam warned of the extremist groups that seek to distort the real image of Islam and to depict it as a violent religion. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry came back home on Wednesday, coming from Vienna. Shoukry had participated in a high-level meeting on a number of countries where they discussed Libyan political crisis. On the sidelines of the meeting, Shoukry announced that Egypt has a clear vision to support the political path in both Syria and Libya to achieve stability and restore the unity of their territories. Shoukry continued on to say that Egypt backs the peace talks brokered by the UN to put an end to the Syrian conflict. The foreign minister stressed the significance of the cooperation of the international community through a unified vision to end the violence and fight terrorism in both countries. Shoukry noted that the previous international meeting tackling the Syrian crisis led to positive results like ceasefire and allowing access to humanitarian aids. Head of the Suez Canal Authority, Admiral Moheb Mamish, said that the new Suez Canal is a vital waterway not only for Egypt but for the entire world. Mamish was speaking in a meeting with members of parliament as he said that the battle for a better future is now a battle for development. Mamish added that the new Suez Canal was a leading developmental project in the region. He noted that the new Suez Canal helped in boosting Egypt's revenues of currency amid harsh economic crisis. Mamish said that the main aim of the project is to create new job opportunities for youths. Meanwhile, the world's third biggest passenger ships crossed the new Suez Canal carrying 4,100 people. The General Prosecution decided that next Tuesday will witness the first session of a trial against 9 policemen who were accused of attacking doctors at Al Matariyya Hospital. The prosecution accused the policemen of attacking government employees during their working hours.